Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Monster. Well, it's almost Halloween. I'm afraid this Halloween won't be the same. I won't get to see any trick-or-treaters because of that other creepy creature called COVID-19. I still hope everyone can have some fun and a spooktacular Halloween season. In fact, I have some craft ideas, but I'm going to need some human hands to show you. Ms. Tiffany, can you demonstrate how to make a wicked witch?
Sure I can, Mr. Monster. For this activity, you will need construction paper in green, orange, black, and white, a pair of scissors, markers, glue stick, and a pencil. First, you are going to draw out your witch's hat, and then after you draw it out, you will cut it out. So right now, I am making the rim of the witch's hat, and I'm now going to cut it, and now I'm going to draw the top part. It's going to go over a little bit because the tip will hang down. Now I'm going to cut it out. Now I'm going to make the face of the witch, and I'm going to use green construction paper for this, but you can choose another color if you like. So I need it to be the same width as the hat. Now fold the face in half because that's going to help you as you start cutting your chin out. So first continue cutting out half, and now you fold it over, and now you're making the jawline and chin. See? Now you're going to fit this underneath, and that's a little too long, so let me just adjust it to see how it's going to look. Now just cutting the extra part of the head off, and now I'm going to draw out the mouth and where the nose should be, and just see where the eyes go, and pencil. Now I'm going to cut a little hole for where the nose is going to be. Now get more of the same color construction paper for your face, because now I'm going to make the nose. And now it's going to be the same width as the hole, and make sure it's long. Now I'm going to make sure to curve the nose, so it looks like a nose. And see, that's how it's going to be, the nose as it sticks out. But we're going to bend this a little bit in the back, that way we can glue it on. And I'm also going to cut the eyeballs out. I'm going to use white. And then afterwards I'm going to cut some black pupils out for the eyes. And these are going to be much smaller than the white ones. Now get your glue stick and start gluing the eyeballs, the white part, and gluing them onto the face. And next are going to be the pupils. You can make them look straight at you or cross-eyed or some sort of funny eyeball movement. But I'm just going to have them looking straight forward at me. Okay, good. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue the back of the nose that's sticking out in the back of the head. So glue it in place. Now to make the hair, I'm going to use my orange construction paper. So fold in half, and then you're going to fold 3 inches in, and now you're going to cut off the rest. So if you were to unfold this layer, it would be 6 inches across with 4 layers. And now I'm going to cut strands of hair, make sure it's not too thin that the pieces are going to fall off. You want to cut a little bit of the half mark just so you know where it is later on. Now continue to cut the rest of the strands. So very thin but not too thin that the strands are going to fall off. So make sure to leave a little space in between. Now that I'm done cutting through my 4 layers, I'm cutting the layers apart now. And now I'm going to position the face and look to see where I'm going to place my hair strands. Now make sure that it's not covering the face entirely. It may be going off on the side a little bit. I may have to cut corners of the orange hair, but that's okay. I'll do that later. I'm gluing the hat because then it will cover both the hair and the face. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue the rest of the strands in the back. While I'm covering the back, I want it to be visible in the front as well too. And as you see, the little corners are sticking out, so I'm cutting those off. You can add extra elements to the hat if you like, or you can draw, if you have like a white crayon, you could draw little things such as spiders on the hat, different things you could do. But for me, I'm adding this ribbon on the top here, and then I'll cut the extra yellow that's hanging off of it. There we go. And now we're all done. And that is how you make a wicked witch.
That is absolutely wicked! Now, how about a cauldron that the witch could use to make her potion?
Sure thing. To make a cauldron, you will need black construction paper, wax or contact paper, crayons, glue stick, glitter, or pieces of construction paper in multiple colors. So you are going to fold this sheet in half, and then you're going to start cutting half a cauldron out. By folding it in half and cutting it in half a cauldron, it'll be much easier to make it even on both sides. Make it nice and big, and then you need to include the feet. And if there's definitely a lot of templates online if you need an example, but this is the best way here. Just do it by freehand. And then you're going to cut the inside out completely. Now you just have the frame. And so here I'm using wax paper. If you don't have wax paper, contact paper would be good as well. Now make sure the glazed side is not going to be used inside the cauldron on the visible side. So I'm going to add the glue stick all around the cauldron, and the side that's going to be touching the glue is the bland side, so the side that doesn't have any gloss on it. And now I'm going to cut the wax paper to the frame. Now the reason we don't want the glossy side is because it will not work so well with crayons if you decide to use crayons. I recommend using crayons to add background color. Now I'm going to use crayons here. If you have a whole bunch of glitter or sequins, you can do that. But I would like some color in my background before I add other things like construction paper or sequins. So now I'm coloring it in here. You can choose any color you like. I like green, so it looks like it's the green potion that's in the cauldron. And now we're going to add pieces of construction paper here. So I'm cutting up some tiny little squares. You can rip tiny little pieces, or you can add, like I said, glitter or sequins to it. So if you use glitter or sequins, you'll need to have tacky glue. So now I'm just using my glue stick to add the pieces of different colored construction paper inside the cauldron. And that is how you make a cauldron.
I'll make sure to keep away from it. I don't want to be cooked inside, even if it's pretty. How about a pumpkin face? Something that could be funny or scary.
Yes, I'll show you how to make it funny or scary. For this activity, you will need construction paper in orange, green, black, and white. You will also need glue and scissors. So get a piece of orange construction paper, fold it in half, and then cut half a pumpkin shape. And as you see here, I went ahead and cut it. Sorry, I forgot to hit record. But here is the pumpkin, and you can also make a mouth just by folding half a piece of construction paper and cutting half of it off. And you can make a smiley if you like. And there it is. Or you can make a scary mouth for the pumpkin, making teeth sort of like zigzags. So I'm just cutting off some long piece, and now I'm going to cut triangles out of the construction paper to make teeth. Well, this would actually be the inside of the pumpkin, technically. The teeth would be part of the pumpkin, as you see here. Now I'm going to do the top part here. The black is meant to look like the inside of the pumpkin. Now I'm going to use my glue stick to glue on the black smile, or the zigzag teeth of the pumpkin. Now, if you wanted to make the smile, you will need to cut out some teeth. So you would need some white paper here. And I folded it in half. So now if I cut it in two, I'm going to have 4 pieces of teeth. I'll need to cut it in half to separate the folded part. And you can glue on the teeth here. One more. I'll add one more. There we go. Now, if I wanted that instead of the zigzag teeth, I can have that on the pumpkin, but I'm going to leave the zigzags on, make it a little more scary. Now I'm going to cut green pumpkin stem. If you also like to cut some green vines, you can. You would need to cut a very thin strips of green construction paper and wrap it around something like a pencil, tighten it up so that you can get a curl. You may need to tighten it up after you unwind it. So tighten it a little more, but don't bend it like folding. And do the same for the other one, and so you twist it a little more so that it keeps its curl. And now I'm going to add those close to the stem of the pumpkin. Now to add the eyes, I'm going to use white construction paper here, or printer paper you can use, and cut out some eyeballs. Now these are going to be the eyeballs here, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them on to the pumpkin. And then I'm going to need to cut out some pupils. So I'm going to get my black construction paper, fold it in half again, and just cut out a tiny circle, smaller than the white one. And those are going to be glued on now on top of that. And if you wanted to add a nose, you could. You would cut a little triangle to glue it on, but I don't need it for mine. So that is how you make a pumpkin, both a happy one and a scary one. I hope you enjoyed this craft.
Ooh, these pumpkins are fun. It's so easy to make a bunch with different faces. Now let's make a black cat.
To do this craft, you will need a paper plate, construction paper in black, green, or yellow, pink, or red, and also black paint with brush, and glue stick and scissors. Uh-oh, I don't actually have any black paint.
Oh, that's okay. Do you have watercolors, a black marker, a crayon, or a pencil?
I do have watercolors that include black.
Okay, go ahead and use that. There will be times you don't have one thing, but you can substitute it with another. Go ahead now.
Okay, so first I'm going to draw out the body of the cat. So I'm using my pencil here to draw it out where I'm going to cut. And now I'm going to cut all around, cutting out the inside part of the cat's body. Okay, there we go. So now we have the cat's body there, and now I'm going to color it. So I'm just going to use my watercolor here, black watercolor. Since I don't have black paint, you can also use, again, the black marker or black crayon. Now I'm going to draw out a cat's head on the black construction paper. Just going to go ahead and cut it out now. You may see here I'm actually going to fold it in half and cut half of it out. That way it'll be much easier to get it even on both sides. You can find many templates of cat heads online to find the proper shape. This is how I'm going to cut my cat's head, and just looking at it to see what it's going to look like. And now I'm going to cut the tail, so just any extra piece will do, as long as it's somewhat thin and long. There we go. So now I'm going to cut the eyeballs. So what you're going to do is get your green or yellow paper, cut a circle, fold it in half, and then cut the inner part out so it will make a U shape with the eyeballs. And there you go. And now I will glue those on once I know where they're going to be placed. Okay. Now I'm going to cut the little nose. So I'm going to use just a little pink paper here and cut out just a little circle, more like an oval circle, and glue it on. There's the nose. And now the whiskers. So we need about 3 to 6 long pieces of black construction paper, very skinny, and then we're going to cut them in half, so to make some whiskers for both sides. So maybe about 3 or 4 whiskers, depending on how thick you made the whiskers. And so now I'm just gluing one end of the whiskers and placing them on the cat's face. Now we are ready to start gluing the head onto the rest of the cat's body. So just add some glue where it's going to be and press it down. And add some glue on the top side of the tail so that you can press it underneath the plate. And there you go. And that is how you make a black cat.
Ooh, nicely made. Now, how about our last craft, a wind catcher? If any adults are present, you could do another version with a hot glue gun, but we're going to show you how to make one with the witch's paper hat.
To make this wind catcher, you will need black construction paper, crepe paper, tacky glue, scissors, twine or string or ribbon. If an adult is present, you can use a witch's hat that's already pre-made and a hot glue gun. So grab one piece of black construction paper. We are going to first make the rim. So cut out a nice big circle. And now we are going to make the cone. So right now, there's different ways to make a cone, but this is the way I'm doing it. So I'm cutting it to make sure it's a square. Now cutting a curved bottom triangle here and making it into a cone. And now I'm going to tighten the top of the cone. See the cone before I glue it down. But before I do this, I have to also make the string that's going to be allowing the hat to hang. So I'm just going to make a little knot to just tie it up a whole bunch of times to make a nice big knot so that this will keep the string inside the hat. And cut about 1 to 2 feet worth of twine or string. And now add some glue to the part where you're going to place your twine knot. So it's going to be right in the top part of the triangle. And now add some glue to the side so that you can roll it up and close it in. And make sure it is super tight at the bottom corner. And you may need to start folding it in a little bit just so you could press it down and hold the glue in place so that it stays completely together. And later on you can smooth it out to make it into a cone. And see, my cone is not perfect, so I'm going to end up cutting the extra part off, and you want it to go all the way around the same height. Now I'm bringing my rim close to my hat so it's ready, but before I do that, I'm going to cut around the edge of the cone, because this is going to allow me to glue the cone to the rim of the hat. So I'm cutting little slits all around the cone, because once I do that, I'm going to bend the cone's cut pieces down. It's going to be glued to the rest of the hat, and I'm pressing it down, and you'll see that the slits that I cut is actually going out, and that's what's going to allow it to be glued together to the rest of the rimmed hat. See how it's all around, and now I'm going to add the glue all around the bottom of the cone, and now I'm going to press it down all the way around the hat and hold it there for maybe about a minute so that the glue will dry. Okay, it's good and dry now. And now I'm going to get my crepe paper. So each crepe paper is about 18 inches long, and I made little snips at the end, sort of a sideways angled cut, so 18 inches in length. And you see here I put the purple, orange, and black on top of each other. And now, after getting about 4 pieces of each color, I'm going to start gluing them on. Just putting one piece at a time and mixing the colors up. If you were doing the adult version, you would, with the hot glue gun, you would be gluing these onto your twine and then hot gluing it onto the hat. That way it will stay on. Alright, and there's the last color. And now we have our wind catcher.
That should catch all the gusty wind of All Hallows Eve. I think we're ready for Halloween now. Woo! I hope you enjoyed making Halloween decorations. Remember to be safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining the San Jose Public Library. Please take a few fingers to fill out our bat-eating survey. We would love to drink your blood. Hear your feedback. To keep your bones connected with us, please fly your brooms with us at San Jose Library to follow all the ghosts and goblins at SJPL. You may also like to read our Halloween blog. The link is in our description below, in the dungeon. Have a happy Halloween!